How do I know I'm safe? That's a question that so many people are asking right now. In the midst of an endless cost of living crisis where hundreds of thousands of families struggle to put food on the table, how do I know I'm safe? In urban communities riddled by drugs-related crime and where ketamine abuse has risen by 75% in 12 months, how do I know I'm safe? In a world where the most powerful nation is also the least predictable and the rules-based order is at threat like no other time since World War II, how do I know I'm safe? In a nation where public services seem stretched to breaking point, how do I know I'm safe? With our fragile bodies, our short lives, our uncertain futures, how can any of us ever know that we are safe? That is exactly the question that Easter answers. In Jesus, God knows what it is to feel as unsafe as we are. Jesus came from the perfect safety of heaven into this unsafe world. He suffered profoundly as a victim of human sin. He knew life as a refugee. He experienced rejection by his friends. He underwent mockery and abuse. And then, on Good Friday, he went into the ultimate place of unsafety, which is death. He was nailed to a cross. His side was pierced with a spear. He breathed his last. He was placed into a stone-cold tomb. Jesus, God's own Son, died. But by experiencing our lack of safety, Jesus invites us to a place of safety. By being unsafe, he makes us safe. You see, when Jesus died, he didn't just die his own death, he died our death also. He stepped in and did the dying that we sinners deserve on our behalf. Then on Easter Day, he rose magnificently from the dead, and as he did so, he destroyed death altogether. Because Jesus has died our death, death is defeated, and we can live his new and beautiful Easter life. So Jesus came from a place of safety to this unsafe world, and by so doing, he's drawn us from this unsafe world to the safety of heaven itself. And so you see, if you trust in Jesus, you know you're safe. He's claimed your life, and he's not going to let go. He loves you to death, and that means he will love you forever. There will, of course, still be times when you feel unsafe, when life is hard, when grief is painful, when your body hurts, or when you're worried about the people you love. But the promise of Easter is that such times cannot last. Jesus has died so that you can be safe, and that promise of future safety means that you can live in the present with hope and with joy. So this Easter, why not explore more deeply what it means to find safety in Jesus? In the days leading up to Easter Sunday, in your local church, Christians will be gathering to give thanks for all that Jesus does to make us safe. They will be meeting for worship and for fellowship. There may well be activities for families and for children. And you won't just be made welcome at your local church. It's your family. You belong there. They're waiting to meet you and welcome you home. And above all, they're longing to share with you the best news ever, that Jesus has risen from the dead, and that if we turn to him and trust in him, we can be safe with him forever. I hope that you have a happy and blessed Easter. I hope that you have a chance to rest and work, to be with friends and family. But above all, I'll be praying that this Easter, you might find some time to look with the disciples into the tomb and find that it is empty. Jesus is risen, death is destroyed, and in him we are alive with a new life, a life of love, a life of hope, a life of safety.